subscribe our channel, stay till the end of the stories for more twist and turn. Comment us about what kind of stories you like to hear. I, 25 female, found out my sisters, 29 female, plan to sleep with my fiance, 27 male, and my mom, 53 female, is helping her. The whole thing is an absolute nightmare and I don't know what to do. I have nobody to turn to except my best friends, but I don't think I can. My sister has always been my mother's golden child. She always do everything right, doesn't matter who ends up being hurt. She is smarter, prettier, skinnier and successful than I, or at least that what my mom has always told me. She had the body of a model and the heart of Mother Teresa. As I grew up, my sister would always find any excuse to make me feel bad, and my mom took her set in everything. She always said that I overreacted or that I was being an ungrateful little shit because my sister has always been by my side, teaching me how to be the woman I am today. Everything that I had to be shared with my sister, but I couldn't take any of her things. Her room was the biggest and always have the best things, as in cell phones, laptops or school things. I started to work when I was 15 so I could start to buy my own things and, therefore, say no. Whenever my sister wanted to take them, this angered my mom, but I have my big angel at home. My dad was my only support. He never accepted how my mother treated us because he knew she wasn't only playing favorites, but she was hurting me. He was an amazing dad with my sister, but she was always around my mom and didn't pay much attention to him. So I became his little partner. We would watch TV together, play, and have the same pets. He stood up for me when they were both being mean. He helped me to buy my first car and he even got a personalized plate for me, not for use but for memories. He was my best friend and the only person I trusted until I met my best friends and then my fiance. Sadly, he passed away during my second year in college. Since I was always in a lot of pressure because I always had to prove myself for my mom, when my dad was still alive, they agreed in sending us to the best school options they could find. It didn't matter how much it cost, so while I was there I started to hang around the rich kids in my high school just like my sister did. She has never been the best in school, but my mother believes that it's just because her mind is always thinking too many ideas that she can't concentrate. She has a brilliant mind. She is just in the wrong environment, so she ended up having her last HS year while I was in my first. During my friendship hunting I met Nadia. We clicked together because we both loved arts, animals and musicals. As time passed by, she made me forget about my mother's expectations and I just started to be me while I was in college. She then introduced me to her boyfriend Liam and they became my best friends. I'm an awful romantic person, and I always saw his relationship as something that was never going to happen to me because my mother made me believe it. My sister was perfect, so why would anybody choose me? Although I got to hang to the rich people, my mom wasn't happy because my sister couldn't do it. It turns out that the people in the senior year are not kind to the girl who had to stay a little bit longer. She lost her group because they did graduate, and seeing me around the people that rejected her make her angry, and worst, she would tear my clothes apart, destroy my homework and making me be late for class so the teachers will saw me as some irresponsible person. I tried to talk to my mom and dad, but my mother said that she was just feeling lonely and that I should make her come to my dates with my friends so they could accept her. She even demanded me to take her when I was going out or else I had to stay home, but my father never allowed it. Liam will often invite me, and OFC Nadia, to parties at his house. His parents were quite party pants and loved to throw parties for no reason. They even threw me a small day party once. So he is where I met my now fiance, Alec. He is Liam's older brother and he studied in another country at the time because he was interested in public relations as a way to make his father company better. Alec is with no doubt the best thing that happened to me aside from my dad. He is very strong and doesn't let anyone go past him. He is funny and makes me feel like the best every day we are together. We started to date after I turned 17 because he was always outside our country and knowing each other was something important to me. I had to know this wasn't gonna be a guy that wanted to be with me for my sister and truly loved me. When my family met him, my sister went furious again because I got to date the rich handsome guy my mother always said it was gonna be hers. And that I was insulting her and trying to make her feel less. I was honestly so scared because she was yelling, saying horrible things and being absolutely violent. My dad had to take her and drag her to her room. When I was left alone with my mother, she said that she was so disappointed that I had to do that to my sister and that I showed her again the spiteful little girl I always had been. I was honestly so heartbroken that I tried to break up with Alec, but after telling him my reasons, he assured me that he was never going to leave me and that as soon as he could, he was going to take me out of that house, which he did. When I turned 18 we moved together and he took care of me while I was studying. I worked to pay things too, but being with someone that loved me was the best thing. Now, when we visited my family to dinners or holidays, Alec and my dad would always make me feel the number one. My mom and my sister always got angry, and my sister even dared to feel offended when my Alec turned her down on her flirtation, but they never dared to say something in front of him because of his family position. And after moving I never got left alone with them. When my father passed I stopped the visit and we only went during some holidays for dinners and the left. Now, Alec proposed about 2 years ago, but we never really planned the wedding because he has always been busy with his family business and school. But after COVID and all of what had happened, we decided that we wanted to get married in December of the next year. This is something very, very sensitive for me because, without my father, I don't have any close family to plan it with me. My mother and my sister is not a choice, but I decided to give it one last go so we could fix everything and get it over. When I told them about our decision, my sister only said PFFT, as if I cared, but my mom was kinda happy and said that she wanted to come and pick the dress with me if I allowed it. It felt very weird, but as the needy child I have always been for her, I agreed. We haven't done anything that required going out, but we would often meet with Nadia and my soon-to-be Mil and Sil to decide some things. I guess because the three of them are with us. My sister behaves as the older loving sis she has never been, but I just let it go because I want peace. After some meeting and watching them be nice with me, I thought that meeting the three of them was a good idea. So last Friday I went to my mother's house and we started to pick a few things. When I excused myself and went to the bathroom, when I came back I heard them talking, and since I was little my mother always hated when I interrupt them, so I just waited. How wrong. They were talking about my sister going to my house and talked to Alec about some party they wanted to make me. My mother said that she had to be smart because Alec knew how much she hated me, but after some weeks of treating me well they were sure. I told him how we were bonding and starting to fix everything. I don't want to write everything because it just breaks my heart, but they want my sister and Alec to have drinks to the point he is wasted and they have sex. She plans on getting pregnant and have Al leaving me so she gets what's rightful hers, as in a hot husband, a rich life and a good position. My sister called me a stupid whore for leaving a man like him will be mine. I fought so hard to no start crying, and I enter in a rush saying that my Mil texted me saying that she had to talk to me about the cake and that I had to leave, so I just took my things and flee. I haven't been able to tell my friends or my fiance about this because I never thought they hated me that much. I believed that yes, my sister was my mother's favorite, but I never thought she would try to hurt me like this. I just asked Alec to never be alone with the both of them, and he asked me why, but I just said they plan on ruin my dress. I know I lied, but I don't know what to do. They are my family, but I know what they want to do is so wrong. Please help me. TL, doctor, my mom and my sister wants to have my fiance get drunk so my sister can fuck him and get pregnant. They want to take my life because that what's rightful hers. After a life of getting treated like I was nothing, my mom decided to hurt me more. Tell your fiancé. He deserves to know just how emotionally traumatized you are. He should provide the support to help you cut the sister and mother out of your life. It's quite obvious that they are providing nothing to your life, so I would disinvite them from the wedding, and as tragic as it sounds, no contact for the rest of your life, or until they magically change. Lean on your fiancé's family and your friends for support. Yes, I agree with this. Tell your fiancé first. Have no contact with sister and mom, pure evil people. Your mom and sister never loved you or cared, for them to be acting like that. And also, tell them straight up that you heard them and you're done, and hang up. Block them, because your family is toxic to your relationship. Listen to the other comments here telling you. Tell them straight up that you heard them and you're done. Yes. By email or text. No need to confront them, just inform them. Then block them and live the rest of your life with your new family. Hard to believe this is real, but my post is assuming that what you've said is 100% accurate. 1. It's time you cut off your sister and your mother. Stop giving them any more chances. These people are your enemies and they do not want well for you. They are willing to rape your fiancé, so it's your responsibility to cut them off. 2. Tell your fiancé and your future mill about how you're cutting them off and precisely why. They need to understand that this isn't just a petty family quarrel. They need to understand that your mother and sister are evil people with evil intentions. 3. Best of luck on planning your wedding. Right? I wonder if there's some sort of movie or stuff. Sorry op if this indeed real, but this just sounds so insane. I honestly can't imagine a mother being so evil. So yeah, cut those two out of your life. This sounds pretty made up and with an unnecessary amount of backstory to explain something pretty simple. Honey, you need to tell your fiancé. I think it might make you feel better to send your mother and sister a message from you and Alex if you wanted to. Something along the lines of, I heard the two of you plotting to destroy my relationship so that my jealous WH sister can attempt to steal my man. Lmao, good luck with that. I have no interest in speaking to either of you ever again. Alex, ops sister, do not ever attempt to contact me, do not ever show up at my house, and do not ever approach me, or the police will be called and charges will be pressed. All the alcohol in the world won't get me drunk enough to allow you anywhere near me. Please find yourself some mental help, some morals and integrity. Being a toxic, disgusting person will get you nowhere in life. Make it a voice message so they know for sure the words are coming out of his mouth. I am so sorry about the passing of your father. I am also sorry you have such a toxic mother and sister. They don't deserve you, and you deserve so much better. They will need you one day, and will probably attempt to make amends, but it will only be for selfish reasons. When that time comes, let them rot. In simple term, your sister is planning to rape your husband. Because getting him drunk and not having his consent is raping. And you are gonna allow that? It's your fiancé. You need to tell him. Jesus. Your sister and mother need God, as therapy isn't gonna help from where they are now mentally. Am sorry for sounding rude, but it's true. Please don't let this happen, and do post an update if possible. Tell your fiancé. He needs to be aware of how disgusting and evil your family truly is. I also would cut all contact with them. Your sister is a jealous bitch and your mother enables her. It's truly sickening. Your sister is bitter as fuck and is trying to sabotage everything good that is going for you. They are not good people and they don't deserve to be in your life. I think you should confront them and then cut them out of your life. I doubt your fiancé would go along with the plan, but I think you should still tell him anyways. I'm sorry you are hurting like this when it should be the happiest moments of your life, but you are not alone, baby girl. They truly are pathetic. To sit there and come up with a plan to try and ruin your relationship all because of jealousy. It truly is the ugliest trait SMH. You got this, girl. I say good riddance and their loss. Thanks for listening so far. If story have an update, we will post here. Like, Subscribe to our channel for upcoming stories.